Elmer Soderblom is recalled to the Detroit Redwings.
Welcome to the Griffins Pipeline Podcast.
Welcome to the Griffins Pipeline Podcast. We are brought to you by the Hockey Podcast Network and sponsored by Draftkings. I'm your host, Connor, and I'm here with my brother, Kyle. How are you doing, Kyle?
Doing great, man. Really exciting news that Soderblom got called up. Just got to see him at the Great Winter Skate, so last chance to get down there and talk to him as he makes his appearance on the big club. I mean, there's a chance he comes back down, but there's a chance he doesn't, so.
Yeah, so far of how he's doing tonight, because the game's on right now as we're recording. We're in the first intermission. He really is looking good. He's looking very physical. His puck control's looking really great, and I mean, if you're playing like that, I mean, we don't really have anyone physical like that besides Rasmussen of that size or anything. So it's really hard to not keep him up there if he's playing the way he is right now.
He's been playing a little more physical than Rasmussen.
Yeah, we'll see if he can keep it up, though, too. This is a big transition from the NHL to the AHL. But we're going to definitely get into this a lot more when we get into our regular episode this week. This is really a game review episode, so we're not going to get too crazy into it.
Yeah, in other news, we got Carter Mazur, who is finally ready to return to the ice. It sounds like he will suit up when we make the trip to Manitoba. He will be with the team, and hopefully he will play. So, good news there. As we lose one of our star players, we get one back.
And hopefully we'll be seeing Amadeus Lombardi at some point before the end of the season.
So we can go ahead and get into these game reviews versus Cleveland Monsters.
So on Friday, January 17th, the Grand Rapids Griffins host the Cleveland Monsters for the 6 out of 8 meetings this year. In goal for the Grand Rapids Griffins, we have Jack Campbell. And in goal for the Cleveland Monsters, we have Jack Greaves.
So to start off this first period, Griffins started looking good immediately. Very high-powered. Griffins open up the scoring with Tim Gettinger. Gets his second goal of the season, assisted by Alex Doucette.
Yeah, that was a really good play by Alex Doucette. He rushed in with the forecheck right behind the net. Puck went behind the net. He rushed right in there and he sent the puck to the net. And right there was Gettinger, and he blasted it in right in the slot. Beautiful hustle by Alex Doucette.
Yeah, I agree there. I agree that Doucette made that happen. So Griffins go on the power play after the goal, only for Alex Doucette to score on the power play. Get himself on the board there. Assisted by Nate Danielson and Shai Boom.
Yeah, so Nate Danielson came flying into the zone, got about to the no-touch goalie zone, and sent it over to the slot right to Doucette, and just Doucette shoots it, gets blocked the first shot, and then he ends up swatting his own rebound out of the air right into the goal. Really cool goal, and Doucette's having one heck of a game so far.
Yeah, starts out hot, and sometimes I think it had to do with those black jerseys. Griffins just start hot when they play those black jerseys, as they get 26 shots here in the first period to Cleveland's 7. And Austin Watson gets in a fight with Cole Clayton and kind of is like, hey, buddy, you really want to take on this fight here? Cole Clayton takes him on and finds out what it's like to get punched in the face by Austin Watson.
Yeah, these are some big dudes, and you could see right on Cole Clayton's face as Watson was walking up to him. He was like, uh-oh. But yeah, he probably was like, I'd rather fall on the ground than get punched.
Crisp offense here tonight. Griffin's passes were actually on point, and it seems like Cleveland could not stop the Griffins in the offensive zone. Finishes 2-0. We'll move on to the second period.
So second period, the scoring starts out with the Griffins once again. take a 3-0 lead. Sheldon Dries on a backhand gets a goal by another good forecheck by Shine behind the net. So it's looking like we're really getting behind that net and sending it to the front of the net, which is clearly paying off. You could see it happen twice this game. Doucette did it, and now Shine does it, hooking up Dries this time.
Yeah, that combo exists still. The chemistry between Shine and Dries lives on. And that one's 23 seconds into the second period. And about 50 seconds after that, Dylan Gambrell gets the Cleveland Monsters on the board, assisted by Fix Wolanski and Gavin Brindley. A minute after Cleveland goes 3-1, they tap in another one. This one short-handed as the Griffins were on the power play by Roman Ashan.
Yeah, so this was pretty much a breakaway pass. It looked like Wallander got a little overzealous and kind of got in the offensive zone and left his guy uncovered, leaving him wide open. And Shine was over to the other side, and despite any efforts they had, they kind of got the break and they walked right in and scored.
And a minute after that, as this second period really just started out on fire, Austin Watson gets his 11th goal of the season, assisted by Shai Boom and Elmer Soderblom. This one, again, on the power play.
Yeah, and this one was a tip kind of on the shot from the point. It even looked like the shot was a little wide, but Watson kind of directed it right in, and great play by Watson, and Griffins are up big.
Yeah, so the score here now, 4-2. As the game cools off for a minute, nobody scores for 30 seconds finally. And eventually, late in the second period, Ante Tuamisto catches a cross check. Ref catches him, gets him in the box, and Trey Fix Wolanski gets his 15th goal of the season. Dude just stacks numbers against the Griffins. And that one, that power play goal, he just kind of beats Campbell on the screen. Shortly after that, Dylan Gambrell will make this a tie game for the Cleveland Monsters before we get into the third period, as he ends up beating Campbell with a one-timer.
Yep, after the Griffins give her away, 4-4. Then we go into third period. We had an even 8 shots each this period, and we ended up taking it to overtime, and not much happened in overtime either, with only 2 shots by Cleveland. But the Grand Rapids Griffins did outshoot their opponent for the 9th time this year, 44-25, and we go into the shootout. So for the shootout, Joe Snively starts the shootout for the Grand Rapids Griffins, and he does not score. Traven Solansky starts for the Monsters. He does not score. Nate Danielson comes out. He doesn't score. Rocco Grimaldi comes out, doesn't score. Then interesting to see they gave the chance to Elmer Soderblom. Couldn't make it happen. And then Gavin Brindley can't make it happen. Austin Watson comes out. No goal. And then Cameron Butler comes out and beats Campbell. And the Monsters steal this one with a comeback victory and beat the Grand Rapids Griffins at home on $2 beer, $2 dog nights, 5-4.
Yeah, and that's a loss, but it highlighted by a great game by Doucette, though.
Yeah, so let's get on to that. Let's get on to that next game.
We'll get to the second game after our ad read. Playoffs? We're talking about playoffs? You bet we are. Get in on the action at Draftkings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL. Scoring touchdowns is key to winning in the playoffs, and you can score big by betting on them at Draftkings, the #1 place to bet touchdowns. Ready to place your first bet? Try betting on something simple like a player to score 6. Go to the DraftKings Sportsbook app and make your pick. New DraftKings customers can bet $5 to get $200 instantly in bonus bets. Remember, all lines and odds are subject to change. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code THPN. That's code THPN for new customers to get $200 in bonus bets instantly. That's when you bet just $5, only on DraftKings Sportsbook. The crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 877-8-HOPENY or text HOPENY 467-369. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly. On the behalf of Blue Hill Casino and Resort, Kansas. 21 plus age and eligibility varies by jurisdiction. Void in Ontario. Bonus bets expire 168 hours after issuance. For additional terms and responsible gaming resources, see dkng.co/audio. So Saturday, January 18th, Cleveland Monsters are again at the Van Andel Arena to play the Grand Rapids Griffins for Dino Night. Grand Rapids Griffins were Jurassic Park inspired jerseys that were very flashy. It was the adult jersey giveaway, so first 2,000 fans or so collected their own Jurassic Park inspired Griffins jersey. Pretty cool stuff there. Always love the jersey giveaways.
Yeah, the jersey giveaways are my favorite giveaways, I think. Like the toaster one, I think that one is legendary for me. I think they should do at least one jersey giveaway every year. I think that gets a lot of people out there to the arena. I think that's the best giveaways.
For in net on Saturday, we had Sebastian Cosa, and they went again with Jack Greaves. So in the first period, the Cleveland Monsters open up the scoring with a goal from Samuel Nazco, assisted by Rocco Grimaldi and Justin Pearson. Rocco Grimaldi's 24th assist on the season. What a player.
Yeah, he's a big-time Griffin killer, formerly playing with the Chicago Wolves. He was there when they won the Calder Cup championship a few years back.
Yeah, and he's got NHL experience, been around a couple different teams. Well, Grand Rapids Griffins tie the game up halfway through the first period with a goal from Sheldon Dreiss to get his 14th on the board to tie Schneively for the team lead. Sheldon Dreiss's goal assisted by Dominic Shine and Ante Tuomisto.
Drives was pretty much tripped by while he was coming in, and he somehow got it through. It looked like the 5-hole almost. It kind of squeezed through Greaves, kind of loose puck, and it went through awkwardly.
1-1 at the end of the first period. 11 shots for Cleveland, 9 shots for Grand Rapids. Grand Rapids goes 0 for 1 on their one power play, and both goalies looking pretty good at this point.
Second period, Tim Gettinger gets his third goal of the year. So Dissett kind of throws it at Greaves, and Greaves surrounded by Seeger and Gettinger. Gettinger's big body kind of pokes it through, releases once again Greaves with some sloppy handling, and it squeezes right through again.
Yeah, second goal where that puck just kind of trickles behind him and gets in the net there. And then again, about halfway through the second period now, Dominic Shine gets the Griffins up here 3-1 with another assist from Ante Tuomisto.
Yeah, that one was ripped off the point, right off the face-off pretty much. So
it went all the way around the boards, and Tuomisto had the slapper, and Shine must have made contact with it in front of the net there.
Yeah.
Griffins end the second period 3-1. Griffins get 15 shots, again having a period where they're just kind of unloading pucks on Cleveland, as they only collect 3 shots total in the second period. Yeah, good stuff there. Going on to the third.
So Hunter, about halfway through the third, Hunter McCown gets his 4th goal of the year, assisted by Roman Akan and Max McHugh. And this one kind of squeezes over Costa's shoulder, and the Monsters get their 2nd goal of the night.
Yeah, so the game now being 3-2. With the goalie pulled, Elmer Soderblom gets his 5th goal of the season into the empty net, assisted by Austin Watson. And the Griffins will win this one 4-2 as time will expire. And only 5 shots for the Griffins in the third period, as they played the game they like to play, where they just try to kill the clock, don't take all the shots, maintain the puck. And Cleveland collects 12 shots there. 29-26 total, Griffins leading. Good game there by Sebastian Cosa.
Yeah, and that ends the 5-game homestand. And we finished the homestand 2-2-0-1. And once again, we outshoot our opponent for the 10th time this season.
So that should wrap us up for our game reviews. We can go ahead and get into the penalty box.
In this segment, we like to end the episode on a fun note. We like to take the biggest idiot of the week and throw them into the penalty box for a 2-minute minor, 4-minute double minor, 5-minute major, or game misconduct. Kyle, who are you throwing into the box?
So in the small town of Lowell, there's a store called Rookies, a comic book store, and they get broken into and someone steals thousands of dollars worth of Pokemon cards. They didn't go after the cash register. They went after the Pokemon cards.
So I've been to Rookies. Not saying I'm a nerd. But there's a lot more cool in there than Pokemon cards. If you're really into the Pokemon cards, yeah, grab the Pokemon cards.
You're going to get the same offense,
You're
probably.
going to do the time for it. If you get caught, might as well take all of it. Might as well just hook the whole shop up to your goddamn four-wheeler and drive it off. At that point.
All right, what Pokemon card?
All right.
What one are you doing it for, buddy?
Holographic Charizard, original.
Holographic Charizard's a good choice.
It's the most money-worthy one. I mean, it's the original. It's the most sought-after Pokemon card. They had it on, what is that, Pawn Stars, and they didn't even know what the heck it was. They're like, really? They're like, we're going to have to decline this. And then they actually looked it up, and they're like, oh.
Dang.
Maybe this is actually, turns out it's actually worth money, but we're still not going to accept it because we just don't know anything about that. So they didn't accept it, but the dude had like 5 of the original Charizards.
That's me with the NFTs, I can tell you that right now.
The what?
The NFTs. But all right, I'll do 4 minutes for the Pokemon cards. Double minor.
So who I'm going to throw into the box, I'm going to throw in 3 parking ramps down in the Detroit area. We're trying to charge $1,000 to park for the Detroit Lions playoff game. They were then shut down by the police and suspended. So instead of making thousands of dollars charging normal prices, they got to sit there and make nothing. So I'm going to do a 2-minute because you already got to suffer the thousands of dollar loss. So have fun in the box.
Have fun in the box. That's a little bit harsh on, I get it. Lions did good this year, but at some point, still got to keep the fans that are loyal to the stadium.
And at that point, in my opinion, just for $1,000 to park, go to the casino, park in the casino ramp for free. Go drop $1,000 on the blackjack table. Sneak out the back, go to Lions.
Who knows? Maybe you win.
Maybe you win and you can afford that $1,000.
Can't be eliciting bad gambling advice on the show, buddy.
Probably not. But if you do want to gamble, go to Draftkings.
There you go.
All right, so that should wrap us up for this episode. The Grand Rapids Griffins are going to be playing this weekend versus the Manitoba Moose, the worst team in the league that beat us, who is starting to come on. So hopefully the Grand Rapids Griffins can get their revenge, and this will be in Manitoba. It'll be a Thursday night at 8 p.m. and a Saturday at 3 p.m. That's an odd one.
So wish your Griffins luck on the road, and we will catch you guys on the next one. Go Griffins.
Go Griffins.
Thank you for listening to the Griffins Pipeline Podcast. If you enjoyed the show, give us a 5-star review. We are part of the Hockey Podcast Network. We are not partnered with the Grand Rapids Griffins, Detroit Redwings, or Toledo Walleye. We are not experts. We are just die-hard fans looking to make a community with others alike. Let's go Griffins Nation. Join the fun, like, and follow us on Facebook and X, or call into the show and have your opinion heard 1-616-319-1175. Thank you. Grand Rapids Griffins, Toledo Walleye, and Detroit Redwings. Players, coaches, websites, and social media. Thank you AHL.com, NHL.com, ETL.com, EliteProspects.com, and anyone else putting out information on the teams. Until next time, go Griffins. Go Red Wings, go Walleye.